Hey guys, welcome back. This is Sam. It's been a little while, but I'm back here on YouTube and I'm excited to be back. I know it's been a little while, and we'll get into that here later in this video. But for today, I don't really have a whole lot set in stone for this video other than doing some kind of dailies around my island, some chores. As you can see, Ham here is just standing in a clump of weeds, and I know this is not the only clump on my island, so I thought maybe I'll, work on that a little bit. And then I was going to talk a little bit about where I've been and some plans for this channel here in now 2023, the new year. And then finally, towards the end of this video, I have kind of a secret little build to show you guys that I actually worked on a few weeks ago and completed. It was kind of a pleasure build. So I'll give you guys a little look at that, and I'm excited to show it to you. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, so like I said, we're basically just hanging out today. I have a ton of things to just do around my island, just pick up weeds. As you can see there, I have my my little money thing right there. I'm gonna dig it up in a moment. But surprisingly, this is the first time I've played Animal Crossing in over a month. Like I took a good break. I just wasn't feeling super motivated, and then life just kind of took over. There were lots of different areas in my life that needed my... I don't have a shovel. Alright, well, we'll come back to that. There were just lots of different areas in my life that were pulling at my energy and my time, and so those took priority at the time, and now I have some more time and energy to give to my YouTube channel, so I'm really excited and happy about that. But yeah, so other than life though, I also got pretty sick. We kind of got some kind of flu virus, and it kicked us in the butt. It was rough. But we pulled through. We're good now, but it took us down for a little over a week. We were pretty sick. So that also kind of extended the time between postings here on YouTube. But yeah, I'm really hoping my goal for 2023 didn't start out great because we're already like into the second week of this year. But my goal, and it has been my goal since the start of this channel, is to have a new video every week. And when I first started this channel back in June of last year, that was like not hard. Like I was able to get that video out every week, and now it's just like, wow, where do I have the time for that? Look at my little heart pond. Isn't it cute? This was actually, sorry, total ADD moment, but this was part of my original map. I have not touched it or terraformed anywhere near it other than just obviously around it. But yeah, I have some plans for that later. And I think I stressed in my first ever video, my introduction video, that I really wanted this to be a hobby. So I didn't want to put a ton of stress on myself to make all this content and be at it every day or even every other day, but just to do it when I was really, feeling myself and wanting to play a little Animal Crossing and take you guys along on this island here. So, but I will say maybe in the last 2 months I haven't really put enough pressure on myself to give this channel some attention. So that's kind of my goal for this year, is to give this channel some more attention, to give it some time each week. Whether that means a new video every week, I'm not sure, but at least hopefully recording every week. It's just recording and editing, it does take more time than I originally thought it would. Especially build videos, those are very, very time consuming. Not just the actual recording, but there's a lot of kind of behind the scenes stuff that you have to do. Like I have to get all my items put together, everything set up. Sometimes, I don't want to bore you guys with any terraforming, because that can take up a big chunk of time, and so I'll do that kind of behind the scenes, and all that is, it's just, it could be hours, to be honest, hours of, I don't want to say work, because it really is something enjoyable, something I love to do, but it's not always something I have time for all the time. You know, it's not every week I have time to spend 5 hours on, or even 10 hours on a build in Animal Crossing. I have other things I have to do. I have a home, you know, I have responsibilities that also, you know, call and need attention. So, oh, did I get all my weeds? See, over here is just a mess of flowers. We're not gonna talk about that. I have a strange attachment to my flowers. I'm like scared to get rid of them because I'm afraid I'm gonna want a specific color or a specific type and I won't have it, but they take up a lot of space. So I'm like kind of torn onto what to do with all those flowers. There shouldn't be any weeds over here, but we'll go take a little look, see. But yeah, it's kind of surprised me how much time this channel, or even just content creation in general, takes up. It really can turn into much more than a hobby very quickly. It can become all-consuming, and I just personally don't have, at the moment, the ability to do that, you know. I don't have the ability to take on content creation full-time. It's not right now. Maybe in the future, but for now it's still just a hobby. But I am so appreciative. Just this little hobby has already got, you know, I believe last I checked, 28 subscribers. And it may seem like, you know, a small number, but to me it means the world. It's like, wow, okay, 28 people have, you know, signed up to listen to me talk and watch me play a cute little video game. Like that's pretty cool, and I appreciate it very much. And I also have some followers on Instagram as well, and I post little snippets of my gameplay on there, and it's kind of nice to see that grow and see people enjoy it. I recently had a video that it definitely didn't go viral, but it definitely got a number of views, more than any other video I've ever posted gotten, and it was just, oh, it makes your heart just burst, because you're just like, wow, okay. You know, it gives you that motivation, that boost to keep going. But that doesn't happen every time you post. Every other time, it's pretty rare. You gotta stick with it, and like I've mentioned a lot, it's hard to do when you have a lot of other things that you're responsible for. I feel like a broken record, but that's pretty much why I've been kind of sporadic in my YouTube postings and my videos, and even on Instagram as well. Those are my two main platforms, so just those two. I do technically have a Twitter account and a TikTok, but I was all gung-ho back in June and I started all those platforms, and now I'm like, I do not have the time to be you know, creating content for all of those platforms, because all of those platforms have different kind of ways you have to create content for them. And, you know, it's like, oh, it's one video I recorded, but I got to edit it different ways for each platform. And that's just, it's a lot of time. So, right for now, at least starting here in 2023, just focusing on YouTube and on Instagram. And maybe at some point we'll introduce TikTok and Twitter into the mix. Hello, Mr. Roach. Right now, my plan is to have one new video a week on YouTube and post 3 times on Instagram every week. That seems doable for me personally. And I'm not gonna stress about doing more, and I'm not gonna, oh, well, maybe we're not gonna get a shovel today. I don't know how I don't have a shovel, but it's fine. What time is it in the game? Oh, 7:37. All right. Yeah, we're not waiting 20 minutes for Mix to open. So yeah, that's my goal. I would love for you guys to keep me accountable. If you're able to come follow me either on Instagram or here in the comments on YouTube. For sure, I would love for you guys who have been loyal to this channel to come keep me accountable. Ask me like, hey, Are you sticking to your schedule? Are you are you doing what you need to be doing to keep this channel alive and growing and thriving? It's like a little plant and it needs attention to grow. And unfortunately, my track record with houseplants at least is not great. So maybe that wasn't the best illustration, but nonetheless, I'm gonna give it the time, the attention that it needs to hopefully turn into something. But we'll see. But anyways, I think I have talked y'all's ears off enough. Why don't we go ahead and head over? I kind of gave a slight sneak peek of it earlier. I was oopsie on me. But of the little secret build I was working on. It's actually been a few months ago, and like I said earlier, it was just a pleasure build. It was something I wanted on this island. Even though it doesn't quite fit the theme of it being an elevated normcore island. But it was, like I said, just something that made me happy, and I really enjoyed building it. And I didn't record the actual building process for you guys because I wanted it for me. I wanted it to be fun for me, and you know, I don't know. I sometimes feel like when I'm building while I'm recording, it's like I have to kind of put on a show or, you know, look good for the camera. And this was just something I wanted to do to relax. You know, I didn't want to have to talk and I don't know, put on a show, I guess. And so I just did it to relax one day. So basically, you guys remember pretty early on, I made this little picnic area. It's right there by Nook's. And then there was this cliff, and it used to just be empty, but now there's this little secret ladder over here that you can come up on. And right when you come up on it, there's just this awesome, love this vine chair. You can just sit here. And then there's a book with the butterflies, the encyclopedia. By far the best book. I love it. And then you just kind of walk on through this little passageway. And it kind of leads you to another little climbing area. And you can kind of see the vibe already, kind of a little overgrown, right? You just kind of walk over here. And basically, it's just kind of an overgrown, lush beach area. Whoops. Yeah, that's basically it. And it's got like ruins in it and lots of plants and wheat fields. And it's got a few gyroids. There's one right there, and there's one farther back there. And yeah, this was just something I wanted to do. There was a lot of new 2.0 items that I knew weren't going to fit in with my theme for Harmony, but I still really liked them, and I wanted to play with them. So this was kind of my solution, and I might still create some other areas on my beaches similar to this to kind of keep it consistent. But this is just like an overgrown and kind of archaeological, excuse me, kind of site, you know, like it's got some history here. We've got this little hut, we've got some pillars, we've got the statue, the lantern, you know, it looks like just signs of a previous civilization, and that's what I wanted to go for, but I wanted to look like it had been deserted many eons ago. And I know it's just kind of random, but I am kind of working it into my storyline for Harmony and kind of that lore that I have going on. So if you see over here, I've got like the little roped off fence near it, and I want the kind of idea to be that these areas, these overgrown areas with the ruins, they're under protection by, you know, resident services, and no one can destroy them or to build like new, I don't know, restaurants or stores or other places of business. Like they have to be preserved. Yeah, this is my little secret overgrown beach. You can only really get to it, obviously, get to it from the beach, but that's a little tedious. The easiest way to get to it is through that ladder and the vines and just kind of walking through. And I don't know, I just had a lot of fun playing with the new items and like this, like the giant vine. Where would that have fit in on a Normcore island? No idea, but I made it work here. So I guess we are throwing in some overgrown, deserted elements to it. I guess Harmony is kind of becoming like an island that is in development, which is kind of the whole point of Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I guess I will be keeping some areas, especially those on the outskirts of the island, less developed than like in the center where we have resident services and the shopping district. Those will all have, you know, have the road and and different establishments, businesses, and it just be more touristy. Whereas, you know, as you get farther out, closer to the coast, it'll be a little bit more barren and deserted and underdeveloped. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and we'll say our goodbyes here. That's pretty much all I have to say today. I was just really wanting to check in on you guys, see how you're doing. Please, in the comments, let me know how your last couple of months have been, if you've been good, if you've been healthy. I really am sending all my best wishes your way. I really appreciate the tiny little bit of growth that I had, even while I wasn't posting anything. It made, to be honest, I think I saw the 3 new subscribers while I was sick, and it just made me feel so much better. So thank you guys for that. If you're curious to see more about the development of Harmony, I already have a whole series going, so you can check out those videos. And then, of course, subscribe to see the further development of this little island. But until then, I want to thank you guys so much for coming along with me and listening to me ramble on and on. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! No way. No way.